So we're here in the Silicon Valley and in Cupertino. So who are you?
Hi, my name is Anil Jwalanna. I'm the founder and CEO of WittyParrot. We are based out of Cupertino in California, where the Bay Area Silicon Valley companies are.
So what is WittyParrot?
Well, WittyParrot is a productivity tool built on a SaaS platform. It's a very innovative and unique solutions that we offer for salespeople, support people, recruiters, and in general to the knowledge workers, so that they can do their job much more effectively and productively.
So, for example, when people do sales and stuff like that, they need to reply emails. What do they need to do?
Yeah, think of a salesperson's life cycle. So typically they start with outreach to a lot of leads. They have to generate a lot of leads, which means that they would be sending lots of information through emails or presentations or posting it on social media. So if you think about the content they use, most of the time, almost 70 to 80% of the content, they keep reusing it all the times. And imagine if companies have hundreds of salespeople, everyone is doing exactly the same thing, but in an inconsistent fashion, which hurts the brand. So it's a big challenge for companies to ensure that every salesperson speaks with one voice, which is our logo. We enable companies to speak with one voice. So that's where WittyParrot comes in handy for salespeople to find the relevant information they are looking for at the point of use, so that they can simply drag and drop and send the email out. It's as simple as that, and this ensures the latest information being sent out by all the salespeople across geographies, be it internal salespeople or channel partner salespeople. Everyone is speaking with one voice and responding to customer queries almost instantly.
So it's faster, better sales support and stuff like that.
Yes, absolutely.
So let's see how it looks.
Sure, yeah. So I will demonstrate a quick scenario where how WittyParrot can be used to send out an email response to a customer. So we have a very unique widget, which I'm just going to show you now. So this is WittyParrot widget. This you can just,
This is on Mac right now?
Right now it is Mac, but it works on Windows. We have mobile apps as well. So it's completely agnostic to technology, works on Windows, Mac, Linux, whatever the platform.
Android?
Android is coming soon, but right now we have mobile iOS app. So this is widget which kind of sits there, so I don't have to switch my context. I'm right here sending an email.
This is the normal mail?
Yeah, this is a Apple Mail. I just close this one. Let me open it again. So this is my Apple Mail. I click on this and I see the new email, and this is an Apple Mail, and I see our widget. It just hides there as a friend, comes out whenever I want, and I can stick this widget on the top, on the side, on the left side, wherever I want. I can just hang it and just stays there, so that I don't have to hunt for it all the time. So I prefer generally to lock it on the right side. So now if I go here, let me take a scenario where I have a demo of it, where this is an email that I received with one of the lead that I met in a conference, and I have to respond to them about sales WittyParrot. So I can even personalize the content dynamically at the point of use. If you see, this is a general email that I use to most of the people to send the email, but I want to make it personalized before I send out, so that the recipient thinks that I spent a lot of time thinking and putting the right content. So I will put my name is Anil, and if you see here, it automatically puts my name as Anil. Then let me go back here and then say company name is WittyParrot. See, it's updating right there, and then prospect name, I'll put it as Corey. Corey is the prospect that I found. So all I have to do right now is simply drag and drop into email client. If you notice this, instantly the entire content, including the personalized values, if you see here, Anil, WittyParrot, Corey, so everything is dynamically inserted before I drag and drop. So now I have to answer these questions because I'm sending this out to Corey, and I want to make sure that he get the right response. So his question is, okay, what is the use cases for WittyParrot support? I just come back here again. It's as simple as that. I'll say that, hey, here is a bunch of videos that I have about WittyParrot and its links. All I have to do is just drag and drop that here, and I have the answer for the first question. So now let's next one. How does WittyParrot works? put the cursor there, I move down here, I can search, or I can either search, or I know that where exactly I have different content. I just come here, and how WittyParrot works. Even if you see, I have the graphics embedded inside. So by the way, I can also pin the widget so that it doesn't move around, and I can just expand it, make it bigger or smaller, however the size I want, and I can just simply drag and drop this text image here. It puts the entire image right there in the middle of an email. How it works. So there are a couple of quick questions. So I'll say that can this product be used online or offline? By the way, our product works even in the offline, so that if you are not connected to the internet, you can still continue to work with WittyParrot so that you don't lose any productivity or time. And the last question, he's asking about ROI and the pricing. So I have a calculator which tells me what is the ROI. Just drag and drop the table here. If I want, I can just dynamically modify the based on the situation, change the values, and then show what the ROI looks like. After all this, then I do have some case studies that I want to attach and send out. So if you see here, I have a bunch of documents. I want to send these documents along with the email. All I do is just drag and drop the attachments. If you notice, in one chart, I can attach all the documents into the the PDF. Yeah, everything gets attached right there. So if you see here, or if I want, I don't want to send all the three, but I just want to send only this document, I can just drag and drop just that document. So it's very flexible, very unique, and you can customize it or personalize it dynamically before you send out the email. So now think of a scenario where hundreds of salespeople have access to this WittyParrot and using exactly the same response. So consistency is achieved across the companies, across the entire company. Another unique thing, by the time you drag and drop the information, even if the content is managed centrally by somebody else and shared with me, and if the content is changed, when I drag and drop, it is the latest information that is being pulled out. So this way, the content author don't even have to worry about communicating, hey, here is a new white paper that I created, you have to use it. Because when I drag and drop, I already have the access to that.
All right, so it's helping to generate relevant and emails faster and better for sales.
Absolutely. It's not only emails, though I demonstrated this is an email client. So I demonstrated an Apple Mail, but actually you can drag and drop it into any email client, be it Gmail, Outlook, Lotus Notes. It works everywhere. But apart from emails, if you're creating, typically salespeople in some situations have to respond to RFPs. So which means it is a Word document and they have answers for different questions. So they can create snippets of answers to questions and open a Word document and drag and drop it into a Word document. Immediately they can assemble an RFP from an approved message so that it's consistent and it's almost instantaneous. Think of another scenario of a salesperson. Before I typically walk into a customer, depending on the customer's interest in the product or the vertical or the segment they're working on, I want to always dynamically create a presentation. So now all I have to do is just open a PowerPoint slide and drag and drop the slides that I want to assemble, and boom, I already have a custom presentation within the minutes or even seconds before I walk into the customer's place.
So it takes a lot of effort, and it's a long time to do good sales support. So this is important for companies.
It's really, really important. I mean, few of our customers are really liking the solutions for several reasons. So like I said, one is the consistency of information. Now every salesperson is using exactly the same information. And for management and companies, there is even bigger value addition. So think of today, the status quo is people have to go to portals, or they have to go to their previously sent emails or local desktop, which means not only they're sending inaccurate or maybe outdated information, they don't even know whether there is a new content produced, which content is really effective, which is not effective. With WittyParrot, every time I drag and drop, be it a small textual information or attachments, I have analytics about every piece of information I sent out. So now think of a management, they can come to know, oh my God, across our entire sales team, this particular case study or this particular question is so many times being asked, probably we have to do something about it, some campaigns, or do something different. Another big challenge in the industry today is enabling the channel partners itself. There is so many tools and technologies, including CRM solutions for in-house salespeople. But the channel partners who bring more than half the business, they're always deprived of the access to the right information. And by enabling WittyParrot with a granular way, the companies can share the information. Now, channel partner can have access to the same content that the internal salespeople can have and be as effective as internal salespeople, which is very powerful. One more important thing, because we are primarily focusing on salespeople, marketing people, we have very tight integrations with Salesforce.com, and we are working on integrating with other CRM systems such as Microsoft Dynamics, Oracle on Siebel on Demand, or NetSuite and other CRM products. So now with the integration with Salesforce, already our customers don't even have to go to our widget, because our widget is embedded inside the Salesforce objects such as leads, opportunities, and the content being presented in these tabs are contextual to the situation of that particular opportunity. For example, if the opportunity is belonging to a particular vertical, or it is in a certain sales stage, or if I think of, there is certain competitors for this opportunity, the content that shows up when I'm looking at that opportunity are tailor-made, specific to the criteria of that opportunity. This helps reducing the ramp-up time for new salespeople significantly, which is one of the big challenges in the industry.
And so salespeople in companies, they spend a lot of time doing exactly this, and you're optimizing their work.
Absolutely right. We are the first and foremost value proposition is the productivity, which is number one. And the second value proposition is the consistency of information being presented across the entire organization, which is a key value proposition. And if you think about consistency, especially if we are working with several healthcare and pharmaceutical companies which is highly regulated, and information being sent out by salespeople have to be accurate and comply with the message. And that is where we are seeing real unique value proposition.
Nice. So what is the price for your service?
It is very affordable. You don't have to have any software, hardware, because we are completely cloud connected. Oh, by the way, one other important thing for any enterprises, because we are primarily an enterprise sales software, and though our product is working on cloud, we have encrypt the content with defense grade encryption, which is AES 256 encryption. So the customers don't have to have any infrastructure at all, because it's a cloud-based platform. All they need is their mobile phones or laptops or computers, and we charge per user $300 a year.
All right, so this is the fixed price. And so since when do you have this service? Is it?
We started this company about 2 years ago. We launched it in a large conference in San Francisco called Launch. Got phenomenal traction, and we started selling this since beginning of this year, and we already have about 10 major customers. Just to name few: Kaiser Permanente, one of the largest hospital provider; VMware, world's largest virtualization company; we have Siemens, Oil and Energy; we have RMS, which is a big insurance company, and we have few customers in customer support space as well.
There's a free trial. How about small companies, just 1 or 2 people? Is that relevant?
It is definitely, because if you look at the tool, it is applicable horizontally, whether it is 1 person or 100 people in a company. It's very, very productivity driven tool. This product can be used by anyone, whether be it 1 person or 100 people, but our primary focus is to sell to enterprises and focusing on sales, marketing, recruiting, and support use cases.
And Windows, Mac,
yes.
iOS, and Linux, Ubuntu.
Yes.
And it's going to be on Android. And how about Chrome OS, like web-based, fully web-based? Is that going to be possible?
Fully web-based is possible, but since if you've seen that the unique value proposition is the drag and drop capability and the speed with which you can respond. That you can accomplish with WittyParrot client, but we do have full browser-based solution. Like for example, all our the entire widget is embedded inside Salesforce when it comes to a Salesforce CRM system. So our strategy around completely browser-based solution is primarily to tag along with CRM solutions, have tight integrations with CRM solutions. That would help us to proliferate for the sales, because our primary focus is sales and marketing.
Perhaps you can even provide a web-based email client that would be just yours, and you would control how it works.
Yeah, we can do. I mean, right now we enable completely browser-based solution. So it's not that we are not or anything like that. But in order to get the unique capabilities like drag and drop and those kind of things, still you need a client like WittyParrot. But without you also have a function called copy paste. You can just simply copy the entire content, click here, clipboard, and paste it wherever it just comes over. Browser based works as well.
All right, what's your focus for the future? What are you gonna do?
Since we have so many customers today, we continuously keep talking to our customer, understand that what is the real pain point that they have and how we can enhance our product. Our tool is more and more becoming like a Swiss Army knife, where we more focus on how we can make the life of a salesperson end to end simple, so that they just go to one tool such as WittyParrot, so they can do their job end to end. So that's what our vision is to accomplish. Help the salespeople with all the tools and technologies that they need in one platform, so that they don't have to go to all the places. And it's not just providing the tools in one place, but provide value added capabilities all the way from how we can help to send faster and consistent response, be it in email, RFPs, presentations, etc., to provide operational analytics in terms of when somebody has viewed it, how many times it is viewed it, what is the best time to reach back to the client or the prospect, when do I talk to them. So helping them in all the way, and then to close the deals as well. So, and we also have micro email campaigns. We also have social media interactions in terms of promoting the materials. So when the day starts with the salesperson, they can start from sending a response all the way to closing the deal using WittyParrot. But again, we are not competing with CRM systems. We are very, very complementary to CRM systems. That is why we are working with integrating with Salesforce. We are integrating with CMS systems such as SharePoint and other things behind the scenes, because our capability is in the front end, where we can aggregate the content, integrate with enterprise systems such as SharePoint and others, also enable single sign-on capabilities for companies with robust encryption in place.
Do some companies have, let's say, outsourced sales teams in different countries, and this would be a good solution for that?
Absolutely. I mean, that's one of the things. In fact, we have a couple of customers who are in BPO and customer support space. And one of the big challenge there is, the entire support reps are completely scattered across the globe. And there's so much of best practices being produced and developed by these representatives, and it's completely lost and siloed. And this is where WittyParrot is coming to rescue, where now all the best practices are centralized in one place and shared across every user almost instantly. And whenever something is updated with a new best practice, is available to everyone. So it makes the life a lot easier, consistent, and faster. Maybe I can also show you one quick thing in the product. So what you have seen is a widget here, right? So we also have the desktop right here. So let me close the widget. And if you see here, this is the desktop solutions, where the salesperson can have their own personal content. Excuse me. So this is completely private to their personal use. And we also have company workspace, where this content is completely centralized by the company. And now they can share it in a granular way. Let me show you how the sharing can be worked. So if you see, I have a demo folder here. Just right click here and I click on a share. If you see here, when I click on it, I have very granular way I can control the sharing. I can give only in a read-only mode access to WittyParrot on this particular folder, or even for individual bit, or I can share it in a comment mode, edit mode, or edit folders and widgets. Apart from that, if you also see some of the widgets, like for example, I have this links widget, or in the how it works, I can have as much of tags as I want. If I look at here, I have entire hierarchy of tags. I can assign this. I can provide notes and instructions in what context to use this WittyParrot. I can get comments back from end users in terms of, hey, this is working great, this is a great widget, or, there is something that I need to be improved. And we also have history in terms of, we can track changes whenever there is a change to a widget content, then automatically people, it get updated when it was last changed, who changed it, what they changed, etc. And we also have a nice feature like, if I want to rate this widget because, I really like this, and then I can just come here and give, say, a 5-star for this one. And it's 5-star.
All right. So lots of features, and people can just go WittyParrot.com.
Yes.
And,
so they can always find us at www.wittyparrot.com. and you can just query us. We can more than happy to give the demos, and then we also have programs where we can help them to get started, all the way from week engagement to a couple of weeks and months of engagement, depending on the complexity and the type of integrations they need for their internal systems or with CRM systems. But most of the CRM systems will have out of the box solutions. So one key thing here is that you do not need an IT person to set up WittyParrot. It's completely built for business users where they can start using the product from day one without any IT requirements.